a very good hero in this patch right now. We're still seeing a good amount of offlaners that want to sit, be a normal frontliner that's building like your auras or some other enabling items, rather than one that's going for like blink initiation, because that's where Troll Warlord actually succeeds. A lot of these axes, Slardars, he bodies them in the laning stage. He constantly stays away from them using his axes to kind of keep the distance away and do tons of damage. That's where he wants to kind of dominate the laning stage, as you said. Right now, I don't see that happening. I think this meta still needs to develop a little bit more before Troll has good natural counters to play against.
That's what you would want to see. We'll find out, man. They definitely have ways of dealing with the Troll, but if he gets fat. So I'm thinking, you know, it might be one of those games where you just go straight up stats, right? The Battle Fury, Manta, Satanic, Butterfly, right? Just everything to keep yourself alive for as long as possible. BKB if necessary, but you know, classic Terrorblade approach, right? Where you don't really want to buy it, but you probably will have it.
BKB if you're 4K ahead, right? Kind of feels where it is. I think in my head, maybe this is cooking too much, but I don't even know if I'd want Butterfly this game. I think I might actually want an AC for myself instead if I am the Troll Warlord, because you're going to be losing so much armor here, right? Versus the Drow, versus the ET. You got to have some extras there unless your team is going to provide you a lot.
Sure. That's nice. But overall, Troll does have a decent amount of bonus armor that's going to be coming in from the Insensitive. So the bonus armor doesn't care about the piercing shot, doesn't care about the natural order. Deconstruction still takes it away, but he needs to stay close, right? How close is the ET going to be to a Troll? And if he is close, how long is he going to survive?
That's true. I mean, it's all the base armor, right? So anything additional, I believe the Fervor stack, it does count as additional armor.
Yep, green armor.
So should be it should be interesting. Of course, he has to build up all those stacks though, right? And it's hard.
Of course.
It should be, again, like BKB almost feels necessary, but I also agree with you. Like, we've seen these games where like sometimes they're too far behind. You need this extra damage. BKB doesn't cut it.
Yeah, happens. It happens. We'll see how it goes for now. MESWA Galaxy are doing really well on the lanes. They are annoying the Troll, and they are annoying the Dark Willow on the top lane, right? So far, they haven't been able to stop the enemies from farming, but you know, if you buy a lot of regen, it's still gonna be great for MESWA Galaxy.
We've seen a lot of Dark Willow in this tournament so far for the quals. It feels like the hero is another one that's able to do a lot. Very good trading in the laning stage. We even saw one get a kill on a Morphling yesterday, but it looks like
he got him.
This Phoenix, puppy, just
dive.
gonna go down here. Oh no.
Dude, he just started going for a dive and Omar got him at that point. That is just so unfortunate. I can't even say that it was Omar outplaying him, because they probably clicked at the exact same time, and it happens.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is first blood though, going the way of MESWA. So a good start for Omar. He's got plenty of items that he wants in this game. The quick blink daggers from the Shaman has been pretty defining for a mid game. So faster we go, the quicker this game will start to turn up.
For sure. It is the classic one, what we always say. Magnus wants somebody to jump in first, and he creates chaos, and then you have a better view of the fight. What happened?
Rival just got 2 range creep denies thanks to the Remnant attack slow. Really, like, should not have gotten away with that, but really well done from him.
He's a trained professional, my friend. That's how it goes. Really? I mean, generally, I would have expected the Storm to do a bit better versus a melee hero. I know that the Magnus has a ton of damage to work with, and I mean, Shockwave is an amazing spell to secure CS, but I still expected the Storm to have a bit more.
Honestly, a little surprised that he went 2 points in the skewer on Mag, just knowing that like Storm is not a hero that you're theoretically able to do a lot against with skewer, but he's already preparing to make moves in other lanes.
Well, maybe it's he's thinking that Omar will be rotating towards him. Meanwhile, bottom, they're diving here at the glyph.
They want to. A little bit more damage. Noob should be just stacking up the quills here.
He's gone.
And under the tower. He'll get the kill. Now, Omar could end up falling, but he kind of wants to go before the Troll is back up anyways, get all of his resources back.
He
and now
dive.
Noob, actually, he could get a double here. Another Fire Spirit, even giving the miss chance.
He's getting it.
Noob, he should get it. There it is. Another kill for the Bristleback here. A double. And I tell you what, this is the exact opposite of what we saw yesterday from the new Bristleback.
Oh, Poppy didn't need Icarus die for that kill because Omar was running away. His foul play was expiring. If he stayed closer to the tower and just picked up that hit, then the Icarus dive would have been necessary. But the foul play was expiring. The tower hit would have killed him, and Poppy went for the Icarus dive either way, costing him his life. There's the rotation to the storm.
It is. And we see the rotation coming through. I know, there's some very cool replays. I'll thank the Lord. We're back. Production is a god. And Rival turning back around. There's a lot of damage in this mid lane. They both want to get their kills. And Omar, he's going to turn around. Eventually, does he pop? No, he's healing off the shackle. And Poppy's not able to get it. He just died bottom. Now he could almost go down mid. So a lot of trading done, but the Storm Spirit's the one walking away. He'll gladly take that trade on Omar. And then Theo goes down.
Poppy and Theo.
Gets a kill. It's
What's going
all
on
over the map? Nigma.
Yeah, kills all over the map, all of them in favor of Nigma Galaxy. And we talked yesterday about the Eastern Europeans and their laning strengths. Nigma Galaxy, they are schooling them in how laning is done. That's perfect, right? The initial attempt onto the Storm's life, it didn't work out, but everything else went their way.
And this really shows the foresight of the Sumail Mag build, because if he only has some power hits, I mean, he's not going to be able to participate whenever his shaman comes over. But instead with that skewer getting the kill, and now just one creep away from his ulti, I mean, they're going to feel pretty strong going into this mid lane here on Dire.
Yeah, I mean, now the Storm is going to be in even more trouble. This is why it's so hard to play versus the Shadow Shaman. Even when you get your level 6 Hex into Shackles, it can easily take away your life. And Sumail is the luckier one with the rune as well.
See the net worths all pretty much favoring Nigma right now. And yeah, they really do. But Omar,
he's going.
This is a hard one. Oh no. Okay, the RP, it doesn't connect. Rival, good job using the stun real quick before the RP can land.
A lot of the Storms would go and try to escape there and hope that the RP won't catch them. Rabel, that was beautiful. Stopping the animation, making sure that he survives.
Yeah, really nice. Now he does have his ulti. He feels good for now. Doom is the lowest farmed hero right now, unfortunately. But for Secret, I mean, this hero can come back with net worth pretty easily. Doesn't have the Midas queued up. And honestly, it's been a while since we've seen these like early Midases maxing out your Devour on Doom. A lot of times these guys are just kind of taking the farm where it happens and maybe getting drums.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a lot, but the thing is, this lane versus a Drow, Doom is very good at running at you, but it seems that this CT made the lane so that the Drow wins it, because Drow hates heroes that can just run at her, and Doom is one of them. And now with the Drow being level 6, she actually does have the capability to stay in a lane for a long time, and remember it, Drow wants a long laning stage. The longer it goes, the better for this hero, because then when you join in on the fight, your damage is overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, these heroes that don't necessarily like flash farm the jungle, you always want to stay in the lane for as long as possible to get that extra XP. And Drow is absolutely one of those, right? You don't even get a farming item really. You just rely only on your arrows, the multi-shots. So, you know, it's so much easier to farm lane creeps.
I really love that Ghost got the point in Gust. You're playing versus Dark Willow Phoenix and a Storm. Man, it's amazing. And he's going to be using a rotation. We saw yesterday a Drow rotation working out. I don't think Heritage is getting out of this one alive.
He might not, but I think they might try to get the trade on Omar at least. There he is, a little bit more. He's going to pop, but the stun coming through. And then Silence Ghost. He should be the one to pick up this kill. It's pretty much
Storm is coming. There's no Gust.
It's the rainbows. Yeah, no Gust. So Rival going to go in, close the distance on Ghost. He's trying to sidestep with multi-shot. The damage is too much already from Secret. They'll get the revenge kill already after their carry died, though.
And this is now not worth it, right? Because they used so much onto the troll. They dove before the Drow Ranger went through the portal. If they waited for the Drow and the Elder Titan to connect first and then tried to kill the troll altogether, it would have been a different thing completely. But Omar went a little bit earlier, and then you have to use the Gust for the troll. Does the Storm is too big of an issue for you.
Yep. No, it's a really good rotation from everybody. I know it's a lot of TPs, but still, anything to make sure that the Drow gets punished for that move is absolutely imperative. You can't let her get away with that. But now it seems like they're moving all around the world here, getting the silence and another kill. This one going to Sumail. And this is exactly what Nigma want to be doing, right? Pushing the envelope early. Their heroes, they'll do so much better off of kills rather than raw farm on the lanes.
Well, they're going for noob.
Oh yeah, and I mean,
This is dangerous.
it is. Noob, he's taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have any other heal really to give, and there it is. He just barely gets the kill. Sumail trying to get some revenge. They'll get one already on the Willow, but Puppey in the trees. He's gonna make sure
The storm is coming from the back.
Oh really? Oh, he
Low on mana, it seems. Yeah. So
Yeah.
without the extra mana, they can't.
looks like they're just gonna keep on pushing topside here. Omar even in tow. They don't have level 6 yet on either of these supports, but with your Shaman and ET rocking no ulti, they still get the top tower first here on Nigma.
Yep, looking good for them. Sumail is having a good game. They got the top tower. The Drow can now farm wherever she wants. Basically, he can farm the jungle quite quickly as well. And the Magnus should have his blink before they lose any of the tier 1s, mainly the tier 1 in the mid lane. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities, a lot of access points to go for ganks or defend your towers if need be.
Once again, a skewer play after the lockdown. This is making the game really easy for Sumail to play early.
And this skewer, it does so much damage. Does so much freaking damage. I'm not used to people playing it like this, right? You often would see core Magnuses just taking the power, but man, these builds with a lot of skewer points, they're really doing a ton of damage to the supports early on in the game.
Yeah, they're getting caught off guard by it. I will say, though, you shouldn't be getting caught off guard by it 2 or 3 times in a row. I feel like after Puppey died mid lane, you should be like, okay, that skewer actually does a lot of damage. You do not want to get caught by that.
They're making a play on noob bottom, and Rabel's TP. Just Troll went a little bit too early.
I mean, Troll, he's trying to fend for himself. His farm is genuinely pretty good still, despite all these early rotations they've made into his lane. It feels like all these cores, honestly, are in a fine enough spot that they can make moves that they want, but you know Nigma, they're the ones that are pushing the envelope early. They do get the Doom on Drow. She doesn't have anything really to get her away from this one, so I think she should end up going down here. You see Cloud on the chase, and that's going to be a nice kill for him here. I think we're starting to overstep a little bit here on the Drow.
Yeah, I don't mind the Drow being in an aggressive position, but it needs to be done when you have more heroes together, right? If the Drow is alone making these plays, these aggressive approaches on the enemy lanes, it should not be done. If the Magnus is behind you with the Blink Dagger, go for it. Do whatever you want.
Right.
Push the tower. I don't care. But this is just way too deep with way too with no heroes to back you up, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that was largely actually a lot of damage from the rest of Doom's abilities. Part of the reason that you see other heroes get picked up to be behind the Drow is because, honestly, Doom itself is not going to kill anybody. So you just need a little bit of kite, and whenever you're sitting at a tier 1, no friends around, yeah, you don't have the kite ability.
Smoke on smoke action. Nigma Galaxy, this is a play where they expect to crush it, but the thing is, Secret, in my mind, they're in a bit of a better position. If you engage onto the Troll, Puppey and Rabel, they can change the outcome.
They can. Ulti already used from Mag, and now if you don't Chain Hex Kiritich, yeah, he has another life essentially he can work with. They're going to kill this Shaman first, and now Rival on the backside finding the Magnus, egging as well. This is just so good from Secret, completely countering the move that Nigma was trying to make, and really, we didn't even have to use the Rage from the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, no need to go for it. The thing is, Rabel knew exactly what he needed to do there. Focus on the Shadow Shaman. Don't allow him to control the Troll so they can kill him from 100 to 0. That was the only way that Nigma Galaxy could win the fight. And you could see the second that he goes on Omar, Nigma tries to run away. They know that that move, it cannot work any longer. It's just done.
Yeah. Really well done. I feel like Puppey is starting to read the map very well, understanding where his team needs to play. And Kiritich, yeah, you earned it, buddy. Just go ahead and ulti some of those ancient creeps. You can see even the wards, it felt like it was a good area to fight around, but already dragging the Troll Warlord a bit too far away, and just not enough friends here for Nigma.
This is the thing. Nigma, if they want to fight, they need to bring in the Drow Ranger. You need her. This hero brings in so much damage, and your control without her doesn't matter all that much. Oh, he got lucky.
Yeah, Sumail, unfortunate for him, man, scoring right onto the low ground, separating the both of them. So I guess it does the job. You know, they're just trying to sweep this tower, make sure nobody else is around as they continue to siege down here. A very even game all around. As we get into this 15-20 minute mark, I feel like this could start to favor Secret, knowing that like this Troll Warlord, you're so good taking objectives.
For sure. He's immediately going for a BKB. This is why I would rather see him go for a Manta here, right? And he's going all in. This means that Secret wants to fight.
I think somebody's going all in on the mid lane, right? Yeah, looks like they do have the silence on Doom to clear away. Yubi's gonna have to be the first one to show. He gets the blade mail off, but they've already killed Cloud. So Puppy, he's trying to get the kill on the other side. I think they've done enough damage to him, but the RP is going to connect on 2 here.
No mana,
load in the ulti from ET. They get clipped by it as they're dragged away. Give him a shackle as well. Nigma, the chain stuns roll, and they get themselves 3 kills, trading away only their bristleback.
It just seems that the ones that are bringing the carry are winning the fights, and well, this time around that was Nigma.
Ooh. Oh, actually taking a lot of damage there, but he is okay. And yeah, you've been asking already, you know, bring in the Drow. Okay, we got it. I think we might need to start asking Secret to bring in the Troll Warlord a little bit more, but you gotta imagine, if you are Kiritich right now, you're like, please, for the love of God, let me finish this BKB. I am playing against an Elder Titan and a Shaman, okay? I don't want to do this without any other dispels.
Yeah, the thing is, Secret there, they saw an opportunity to take the mid lane tower down, right? And Nigma Galaxy, they understand just how important that tower is. If you don't defend it there, then your Blink Dagger of the Magnus, the first 5-10 minutes of its timing are completely gone. Your first rotation didn't work out. Then imagine if you don't even defend towers, right? It would be a complete disaster. But because they do defend it, now that Blink Dagger has pretty much served its purpose in the early stages of the game.
Man, right into the Magnus there, and I love this kind of like drive-by earth splitter from DH.
Yep.
Hits them as they're getting skewered away.
You would have assumed that he's gonna take them away from it and they don't take the damage, but he waited long enough for it to start exploding and then pulling them while it happens. So very nicely done by Sora as well. Maybe even unnecessary, but still nicely done.
It's stylish, and that's what we want to see here. It's the lower bracket finals. Winner moves on, loser is out of contention for the Esports World Cup, and you can see here another rotation finding a kill behind this tier 1 tower. I tell you what, this has to be one of the most common kills I've ever seen in Dota. All right, you sweep the enemy safe lane tower, you find one support just straggling around, get the kill, and then get the tower.
Yeah, that's how it goes, and then you place a really deep ward in the enemy area there around the mines. Yeah, it's the same move every single time, and then they just move the place of the ward a little bit so that it's less likely to get warded every time. Also, one thing we haven't really discussed in length is the hotspot facet on the Phoenix. Man, this guy's gonna be doing so much damage to the Magnus and the Magnus and the Bristleback are gonna melt.
You know, I'm about this because it seems like this hero was picked solely as a response to the Shaman. Like, look, we don't need to worry that much as a Storm Spirit, all right? I'll have you. I'll save you. So now he's only got 2 points in the Fire Spirit, so he's not going to be farming as much, but his abilities are going to hit a lot harder.
He's really going to be hurting them, and when I see 4 points in Sunray, you know, it reminds me of the old Phoenix days when Fly played a lot of Phoenix. It was always 2 points in the Fire Spirits, and then Sunray is the way to go.
It was like 1-2-0, and then it would just be like all Sunray points. So it really is kind of like a classic Phoenix build. Looks like Bristle.
A little bit of an engagement here. Thanks, they're getting rid away from the storm. That's nice.
Oh, dragging on back. Yeah, and this is where we could see Hotspot come in here. They need the save. They don't even get it. Instead, they kill Cloud immediately. The poor Bristleback having to run away, being doomed. The egg, it was so far back that in reality, Nigma were able to kite it out. So now there's going to be a skewer. This time, not necessarily in with the split earth, but it doesn't matter. They still get 3 kills on Nigma, and they are sitting right outside of the Roche pit. Think they can go get it?
Yeah, why not? You have a Bristleback, you have a Drow, this Roche is gonna drop very fast, and the thing is that both the egg and the Doom, even the Terrorize was used. It's not like Secret can come over and fight. And this is the thing, Secret, you are the ones who get caught, and you allow your fattest hero to die, pop his BKB, his ulti, and you still decide to fight, not having the numbers. I think this Phoenix is giving them a false sense of, we can win any fight, though. Still, in a decent enough position, at least some of them.
it's all position based, right? I mean, if we did have the Phoenix a little bit closer, right? I mean, surely Cloud doesn't die in that shackle, and then all of a sudden, this could be a turnaround actually from the side of Secret. Ghost or the Storm actually went through, canceled the Shaman channeling, so it was like an acceptable fight if the Doom didn't die right away.
But he did, and I have to say that I'm not loving the build on Kiritich. This is just what you would naturally go for on the troll, and I don't know if it's the way to go here. If he was playing with the Magnus and the Shadow Shaman, sure, but against them, it's a bit of a different story.
Speaking of classic builds, you know, this is the classic troll build. Just go right in for the BKB, probably an SNY with it as well.
Yep.
And then you go in for Basher, right? Like if we are back to 2017, because that's what kind of was it whenever I started playing Dota. I tell you what, that's exactly what he's got queued up. We'll see if this is what works out. I'll give it to him, like, if it's an unfamiliar hero, going back to the pocket builds can't be that bad. Looks like they are, oh no, they're actually contesting this one. The Yellowcore dies, but they do end up getting the Tormentor. They're gonna trade out Kiritich as well. A bit of a disaster, honestly, for Secret. That is not worth the shard on Dark Willow.
Definitely not. Dark Willow Shard is a nice thing to have, but the thing is that this lineup of Enigma Galaxy, they're completely fine not continuing with the chase. They're good at chasing, but if they don't, if they're just playing around the Drow and mowing down towers, that's something that you're gonna be content with either way.
Yep. So now they,
and I'm loving this Lotus Orb, man. Like, this is an amazing Lotus Orb game. Doom, Dark Willow every single spell, Phoenix, even removing the Troll Ensnare and having the extra armor is all extremely valuable in this one.
Absolutely. Extra armor is always going to be the way to go. It's just like, genuinely, for this entire game, I feel like additional armor is just the whole focus. Look at this Drow, man. Drow pretty farmed up. Surprisingly, though, after, like, Troll dying at this Tormentor, he's still top net worth.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Battle Fury. And that's how it goes. I mean, Drow Ranger is not the fastest farmer. It's not like you're building Maelstrom, though. Who knows? If the Drow Ranger enters the meta a little bit more, we might see a Maelstrom Drow. That could actually be a
But it's
cool
not
way.
Tesla Drow. And that's what's sad, you know? You don't have the, you know, the split shots that are proccing the extra. It's just not the same.
It's not the same. It used to be so dumb, man. It used to be so freaking dumb.
It was so cool. I remember even, I think it was probably like 3 years ago now, where there were some Drows that would actually rush the Aghanim Scepter because it gave you that extra split, and it was kind of like you're farming and damage tool, and it was really cool.
Yeah, it was insane, and it was one of those things. Ultra late game Drow beating a peel. That's not something that you see too often, but it happened.
Those are snakes down. They find the Storms to be a rival. Okay, so now the map has broken down enough that honestly, if you're Secret, you do need to fear this Shadow Shaman because your Phoenix is not going to be around to save you.
They're in trouble, Secret, right? Because they don't have great ways to shove out the waves safely. And Enigma Galaxy, they have really solid catch. So even if Enigma Galaxy aren't together, if Secret needs to deal with the waves, they can be caught one by one and easily taken down. So that is an issue. The way that you deal with this with troll lineups is by being aggressive, being in the enemy's face, which they're not doing right now.
Actually, a larger wave issue at play, right? Because, you know, Doom, Troll, Storm, they all have to have bodies on the wave. I mean, hell, even the Willow, really. Phoenix is the only one that can farm safely, and he doesn't have many points in his Fire Spirit. So I feel like Secret, they're running into a big issue in that, like, they have to kill in order to push out waves, but they're just not in control.
Yeah, they're, the Phoenix in this game, if I'm Puppy, man, I'm split pushing. I'm literally the one that is going on the other side of the map to die.
You up that?
They are looking towards top on Secret, so this could be a good catch for them. You need to get kills to open up the map. There's no other way around it.
Radiant's middle tower.
I think the
Shadow
unfortunate
Shaman
thing is that, like,
blink
even if you
forward.
get this, it looks like top side they are going in, getting the Doom as well on Mag. It'll be a nice kill for them. Omar will also fall, so it's two gone. Again, the unfortunate part of it is that there's no wave even close to you, but hell, Secret, you're gonna take that all day. Sumela is such a big kill for you.
Beeline towards the mid lane. That tower needs to fall now. You need to open up the map further. Beeline towards the mid lane, disperse and push out the bottom. That is what they need to do. Secret, they cannot hesitate. And even Noob, he lost the Aegis.
That is a really nice find if they can get it. Now there's no dupe, but look at the damage. That is hotshot, baby. And Secret, they're going to get themselves another kill, wrapping the BKB beautifully for the Troll Warlord to get himself his first kill with it, and they may have just evened up this game.
Yeah, top lane, losing those heroes, it was unfortunate. You didn't expect it. They smoked up. But this Secret beelining towards the mid lane, that is something that should have been the most obvious play ever. So Nigma Galaxy losing focus there for a second.
Just a little bit. They definitely felt in control, right? Like these last two fights have been very easy for them. Sure, they lost two people top, but it wasn't so bad just yet. Now, you gotta imagine they feel a little bit into mail, going for initiation. This time didn't work out. The skewer play, it will net them a kill. I feel a lot of just overstepping on both these teams. They get a modicum of an advantage and they try to turn it into so much more.
Joel is going for an Aghanim Scepter. So, okay, he can purge off the spirit from the Elder Titan. He can purge off Empower. He can purge off, I guess, slows from himself. That's probably the main thing, right? Remove the slows from the Bristleback. It has to be the main reason for it. So, okay, I like it, right? It's not the Manta, but it is a way to deal with the Bristleback without having to pop your BKB. That's nice.
I think dispelling the Astral Spirit is actually like pretty clutch.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I don't know if that's going to become an issue for them, but I've seen some briefcases late game that really hurt.
Yeah, it can make a difference. I mean, even if you take away the Empower, it's not half bad.
The only thing is you do need to be able to press the button, right? So like Drow Silence will still stop you if they get on top of you like that. Another reason I really think the Manta is a very good item this game. We've seen PAs build Manta. That's when you know the item has definitely gotten better over time. But I mean, the SNY is still good, right? You're playing versus a Magnus. SNY will always be very valuable versus these BKB piercing disables where you just need less of them, right?
I mean, all of these disables so that you don't have to use the BKB super early on. The Shadow Shaman, Stomp from the Elder Titan, pretty annoying as well. Reduce it slightly, not as much as it used to be, but at least it's nice that you wake up a bit earlier.
Right. Back in the day where you could get SNY Satanic and have like 44% status resist. Yeah. It's a little bit less.
Unfortunately for the troll here, but it happens.
Yeah, I know, right? You know he wants it pretty badly because there's not a lot of like easy items to get in this one that automatically make your game okay. Right? There's a lot that Kiritich needs, and he needs his team to help him out as well with some Lotuses, maybe even a Wind Waker at some point to stop all these huge lockdowns coming through from Nigma. Now they're playing for the next Roche. It could spawn any time within the next 3 minutes, and as I look over at this timer, I think this is one of those that shows a minute 30. I don't know, man. It's hard to tell.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Check. So you're bad at reading the clock as well.
No. Is that what is that then?
I don't even see it, man. I don't even see the glowing thing.
Oh no. Okay.
Not gonna lie, like I don't see it. I can literally screenshot.
It looks like it's kind of close.
Yeah, it might be this one, the close one. So then that's why it's not showing. But I cannot tell you. I literally can't tell you. Look at that. It doesn't show anything. It's a bug.
I think it's a minute 30. We'll find out. But regardless, it looks like Nigma, they are pressuring the map. They don't even want to leave it up to chance. They're going to push even into the Wisdom now. Control this triangle. No, I love these kinds of moves, all right? Especially as you get closer to Wisdom time.
Secret, is this their last smoke? I think so. They shouldn't have any more. Yep, this is their last smoke. This one has to work out. If not, later on, you're going to be getting a gem.
The stomp misses actually. Willow will end up getting the shrine, and now they're jumping onto the Drow here. Sumail getting the RP, but it's only onto the Drow Warlord. Dodging the revival, now even finding the Magnus after the pack. Kiritich rooting up, getting the kill on the Magnus. It's exactly as they had hoped for. Nigma once again overextending and paying for it dearly.
The Roche is back, but you know what? The thing is, you don't have the Doom now, so maybe Nigma Galaxy can fight the Roche if they can survive long enough.
And now Puppey, a huge egg. Nobody is around it to kill, and they're going to get a kill on Shaman. Turn around on the Bristleback next. They had already lost 3. Now
straight
we
into
call
Roche.
it 4. They got to go right into Roshan. It's free for them. And what's most important about this is Roche spawned with 1 minute 30 left, exactly as I said.
and with an AD rune right next to it. If the Olicorp scouts that up, and he will, now this Roche will fall definitely fast enough so that
Insanely
Nigma Galaxy can't do anything about it.
Yeah. And not a whole lot of lifesteal just yet on this Troll Warlord, especially without the ulti here, but Cloud will be able to tank it for as little time as they need. And Secret, they're going to find a hold in this game. Look at the BKB from Kiritich. It didn't feel like it was that important, but man, living, getting to kill Mag afterwards, it was so nice for him.
Yeah, the main thing is he didn't have to use his ulti. If he uses his ulti, there's a chance that Nigma Galaxy do find a way to re-engage and kill the troll, and suddenly most of the damage of Secret will stop. But Secret did an awesome job in this fight, just holding on to their ultis. The egg used at the last possible moment. Here, when the egg gets used, you can see the ghost is running away. He was trying to silence the Phoenix, kill him, and set up a potential. The second that the egg came out, it was over.
I mean, Sumail was the only one to die so far. And then they end up losing 3 heroes afterwards. Once again, it feels like just a bit of an overextension there from Nigma. They didn't have to lose all those heroes after the fact.
You know, but they always are afraid of the storm chase, of the doom chase. These are, even the troll, these are all very, very fast heroes. So, you know, when you're a poor shadow shaman who's just waddling around, so at some point they might catch you. So what's the solution here? Ghost is going for a Daedalus, but I'm kind of thinking Lincoln's survivability for the Drow, something that allows him to stand his ground. I'm not sure if he bursts people down once he gets the Daedalus. It could work, but Secret have been playing this game really well in terms of fighting the Drow.
He's got to be feeling like, look, I have Manta, I have Hurricane Pike, I have BKB. I need something with a bit of oomph. I've already put in too much into defensive items. I can somewhat sympathize with it, but I genuinely do feel like his hero already does a good amount of damage still. I don't know if they're really hankering for his hero to have more.
And he's not attacking. That's the main thing. You need to get yourself to get the right clicks in. Because we haven't seen him right click a hero in a very, very long time.
I almost wonder if maybe Silver Edge could be okay. It's kind of that happy medium between like a little bit more survivability and also some damage. I could have seen an Axe, right? Like Axe to help out with that regen degen. You literally have a hotspot Facet Phoenix on the other team. They're all in on heal.
To me, I'm still leaning towards that Lincoln's. Butterfly's cool if the troll gets on top of you, but it's the storm and the doom that are hunting the Drow. The troll hasn't even looked at her yet. Nope. Butterfly does make your illusion stronger, so shoving out the waves. We've already talked about the problems of Secret not being able to do it, and Nigma Galaxy are still better at catching you, right? Aghanim Scepter on the Magnus, Blink on the Shadow Shaman. Pick-off potential is just higher on their side.
Yeah.
But they're going for a straight-up fight. They're not
here.
going for pick-offs.
See Kiritich here in the river. This is such a dangerous spot to be. He's just waiting for the rune. That's insane confidence to just be willing to sit in the river. No fear. It looks like the stomp will also miss.
So
I don't want Nigma to keep forcing this. I like them taking control of the triangle instead.
Yep. They do have a gem, right? So both of the teams do. So you're running into potentially enemy vision and you don't see anything. We saw on the screen that while the troll was running bottom, it would have been a good idea to try and intercept the opponents, but Nigma doesn't have that information, so you have to work with what you have. This is very smart from their side. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they had a fortification still available for those tier 2s, of course, so they're kind of just trading some tower damage on tier 3s for full tier 2. You absolutely take that, especially at this stage of the game where there's still a Troll Warlord with that Aegis. Looks like they're going to try to take down Noob, but he's got the Lotus, so he should be fine. And he does force a lot of Secret back into their own bait. Noob is staying?
If they go on him, there is a good turnaround potential. If the Drow is close enough to him that he can attack anybody who's attacking him, that's actually not half bad. Of course, at some point when you see that the troll is missing, you move back. That was okay.
Yeah, they do back out. I mean, all in all, for Enigma, I feel like this worked really well. Yeah, you still lost your bot tier 2, but that was an Aegis Troll Warlord. It could have been a lot worse. You force everybody back, get some good tower damage, and now you just want to kite out for another only 1 minute before that Aegis is reclaimed.
You can also see the experience of Secret. They didn't panic. Their storm cut the wave in the mid lane. They slowly came back. They didn't really need to use much, and then they pushed Nigma Galaxy out of there. So both of the teams kind of maximizing their current potential. But I think Nigma Galaxy now, we're going to be seeing them play a lot more on this split push type of pick-off attempts rather than going for a straight-up fight, because 2 times they've gotten burned in those.
Radiant are scanning.
They have. It's been a few fights that they've gotten burned
Is under attack.
because of it.
Now an Arcane Room on the Story Spirit, even more of a reason to not really get them out. And you can see Sumail is going for a Linken's. The Drow is committing for a Butterfly and pretty much almost has it.
Dire's top
I wonder if Sumail's going to try to like outplay this one, right? Like he has the Lincoln, he's just going to see where the Doom is going and like toss out the Lincolns to try to match it. I like it from him though. It feels like his game is kind of defined on being able to blink, get that RP off, and sometimes Doom has been ruining his day.
This is a big item though, one of the biggest ones, the BKB on Noob. Noob is the real carry right now. He's the one that is doing the most damage. If the Drow Ranger gets to attack, sure, he's gonna be doing the most, but Ghost hasn't been able to do it. However, the one that is actually making things happen in a fight and dying the last, doing least amount of damage, is this Bristleback with the BKB. He's allowed to be a little bit more aggressive. Look at that. You have the Butterfly done instantly. There's an MKV on the troll already.
Oh man, that's rough. It's such a hard existence. And he did this instead of going for the Basher, right? So he did kind of call an audible with it. I think he still wants Basher though, so he's got 2 extra item slots in lace until we get into the hyper late game, right? So sucking up the Aghanim after getting rid of his phase boots. Even though you get that extra move feature from axes, I'm sure you still want some sort of mobility item on Kiratis, right?
Blink.
To get rid of the phase boots.
I think so.
Oh, Blink Dagger. Oh, I would
so.
love that.
Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna go. His build just makes sense, because if he gets a Basher and the Blink, he can jump on the Drow and kill her. Right?
I love
Dire are scanning.
that. Man, I tell you what, another thing, I'm just so happy that Noob is able to play this game. We saw 2 Bristleback games yesterday where the man was literally sacrificed to the Lord to try to make his team win. And this time, as you said, he's actually like the carry of this game. You gotta imagine this feels so much better for him.
Yeah, for sure. My Galaxy, though, the way that they're playing this map, this tier 3, is it gone?
No.
Well, close to it.
Pretty close. 33 HP, just a tickle away from going down. They've been able to make these like aggressive tower moves and not feel any pressure from Secret afterwards.
Really want to pay attention to how Nigma Galaxy are placing their wards. When you're going for this full-on split push and the Storm has a gem, a lot of your wards are not getting warded. Oh, what a catch!
RP on 2. Give him the stomp. Give him the split earth, baby.
But they're going for more.
Immediately, and Nigma, they're on the chase. They find Clown. Bob the BKB trying to get out of this one. The damage, it's heavy, but he does get the TP away.
Doesn't matter, he used the BKB, you're going in right now, you're going for the push, there's no glyph on the other side. This should be a laner Rax. Secret, they don't have this frontline troll that can just stay there and not die. If he gets skewered back, if he gets hexed up, he's dead.
You could have stopped it. We don't have troll. He's not even back. He's like, look guys, that Rax is dead.
And the Dark Willow is behind him. Look at what they're doing, because he knows if the Shadow Shaman comes over to annoy him, the Terrorize is the only thing that's gonna keep him alive.
Noob. They're just actually working this base. Storm Spirit, he'll be up in 15 seconds, but the way the Ghost is pushing right now, there might not be a base in 15 seconds.
Oh, with the Glacier, you're not attacking from the low ground. That's so cool.
Oh, what? They caught the
he has a buyback.
I mean, that egg is very important now. He does have buyback, yeah, so he could come in if they want. But I think Nigma, they've already gotten away with so much. They don't need to keep it going if they feel it's unsafe.
They can take it easy. Go for the next Roche, because already Secret were struggling with shoving out the waves. What happens now when 2 waves of super creeps are coming your way?
Yeah.
And you can just focus on the third one. Nigma Galaxy reading Secret is going to be so easy. And we talked about Secret and their problem with smokes. They don't have a single one for 2.5 minutes. So how are you going to get out on the map and get yourself in a better position? It's going to be impossible.
It's really hard to get control back. And even though it's only 1,000 net worth lead, it's all about that map positioning. And they're trying to change it. Look at the sweep around from Secret. They see Sumail first, but a quick blink away. And then the Spirit, it'll keep everybody from Secret pushed back, I feel.
Very smart. The Drow Ranger is already running towards the top lane to shove it out as fast as possible. He's going to use the multi-shot, use the Manta, and make sure that all 3 of the waves are going towards Secret. Noob is
They're
crazy.
They're doing something here. There is an RP. I don't know. If
Oh
he's
no,
gonna do
the
this,
double
but
curse
he
crown.
connects onto the Magnus now. He's gonna get this skewer away thanks to the help from his BKB, but he's ethereal now. No hits from the troll after his BKB, so he's gotta run away from this one. They want to fight under the egg, but Nigma, they've already kited it out. So now they're gonna be on the aggressive again. Noob, he'll show first. Push the rest of Secret back. They don't need to take this fight because Roche, he's gonna be spawning now.
Noob is so freakishly strong, man, and this is what we talked about. The real carry, the one that does everything, gives you vision, does damage, forces out BKBs. They even messed up the double Chris Crown. Looked like, oh, they're gonna get demolished now. No, this Bristleback is too strong.
It was really, Willow actually made that a playable engagement for Secret. Otherwise, that was going to be an RP and to sure death. But Nigma, really good patience, right? They didn't panic. They were just like, look, we wanted to skewer away, section somebody out of this fight. Troll had to go back to his team because the Phoenix just, like, again, wasn't really in position to save him after that skewer.
Yeah, the idea also, Enigma Galaxy didn't have their Shroud there. He was still running towards it. So commitment there was rough to go for, and they would rather just push them back and take the Ocean. This is exactly what they did. The Drow got the Aegis. I'm not sure, right? Because Bristleback is the one pushing. Maybe they could have given it to him again, but sure.
With Glacier, they're allowing the Drow to push still.
That is true. That is true. And their counter initiation on Enigma is so good that the Drow can actually show her face now with when you have the Aegis.
Yeah, there's some bodies, a lot of bodies here, and Ghost, he's still a little bit spooked, right? They're keeping Noob up first. They don't really have displacement, right? I mean, they have a Doom, it's nice, but they don't have any way to section him away from the rest of the team.
But some big things are coming out here, Matt. Level 25 on the troll. He might not need the BKB, right? Because the Hex is the only thing that he cannot battle trance out of. Everything else, use the battle trance, he's fine. He actually went for a diffusal blade on the troll, just probably thinking, okay guys, I need an extra item. Drow is level 25 as well.
That can be catch ball disabled now for Kiritich, so he's going to step forward even if he does get RP'd. Got some counter plays. Gone forward for the Dark Willow here. They're going to get on Doom. But, oh no, they turn around. You're getting so much heal from the hot here, and it's trying to turn around. He's not even healing that much. He needs to get on top of the Drow. He's doomed.
He's surviving though.
Over the damage. He did survive. Now they're going to try to re-engage on Drow. He's coming back in this one, but the Ul's up. Going to save him for a second. I think he dies immediately afterwards. Ghost getting the kill.
Found the Storm.
The Hex on Storm, keeping him in the ward trap. And Drow, it just seems like she's invincible now. You may have been able to kill her once, but twice? I don't think so.
No way. And how do you deal with Noob right now? When you do not have your spells, you do not kill him. And Ghost is not done.
Oh no, and Kiritich, he needs to turn it around, but the RP, he just disappears. Enigma, they get game one. GG is called. What an insane fight from mostly the low ground even. Secret dipped down to try to stop them from taking the base, and they pay dearly for it.
Beautifully done by Enigma Galaxy, understanding their lineup through and through and how to win with it. There were a couple of times, 2 fights in particular, that